In January 2023, the top prosecutor in Cochise County, Arizona, got pulled over in Sierra Vista at 2 in the morning. Brian McIntyre had been the elected county attorney for nearly a decade. He was the man responsible for prosecuting every felony in the county. That night, he blew a .200 on the breathalyzer, 2.5 times the legal limit. The arresting officer's body cam captured everything. McIntyre swerved over the double yellow lines and made a wide turn before the officer pulled him over. The Sierra Vista Police Department later released the full body cam footage showing the county's chief prosecutor failing field sobriety tests and blowing a .200. The charge of super extreme DUI. Anything above .20 qualifies. He was cited and released with a court date. What happened next set off a chain of events that would expose something deeply broken in this small Arizona county. McIntyre refused to resign. He issued a public statement saying the misdemeanor charge did not present a legal impediment to remaining in office. He said he had struggled with whether it presented a moral impediment. Apparently, he decided it did not. He pleaded guilty to extreme DUI the following month, but the consequences barely touched him. The man responsible for prosecuting drunk drivers in Cochise County had been caught driving with a blood alcohol level of 200, and he kept his job. The State Bar of Arizona quietly let him enter a diversion program. No public discipline, no suspension. A diversion program, as if he was a first-time offender caught with a fake ID instead of the county's top law enforcement official blowing 200 on a breathalyzer. Then came the election controversy. During the 2022 election certification fight, McIntyre had publicly revealed privileged legal advice he gave to the County Board of Supervisors about their plan to hand-count ballots. A state lawmaker filed a bar complaint. The state bar investigated. When the dust settled, they admonished McIntyre but declined to formally discipline him. Lawyers across the state expressed shock. In April 2024, his re-election bid collapsed. A citizen challenged his nominating petitions, and McIntyre did not have enough valid signatures. He agreed to be disqualified. After a decade in power, his political career was over. His own chief deputy, Lori Zucco, ran as a write-in candidate and won. Here's where it gets truly remarkable. When Zucco took office in January 2025, she immediately hired Brian McIntyre back. Not as a line attorney, as her chief criminal deputy, the #2 prosecutor in the entire county. The man she had replaced after his DUI and political meltdown was now her right hand. The reaction was immediate. Critics called it absurd. One county official resigned, citing Zucco's decision to keep McIntyre on as proof the county was no place for ethical public servants. But Zucco also made another hire that would prove even more damaging. She brought on Paul Correa as chief civil deputy attorney. In December 2025, Correa was arrested at a Target store in Sierra Vista. A father caught Correa filming his 12-year-old daughter. When police arrived, Correa's pants were, in their words, disheveled. He was charged with public sexual indecency and evidence tampering. Zucco fired him immediately. That case has since concluded. Correa was sentenced to probation. No prison time. Then came the final act for Brian McIntyre. In 2026, Lori Zucco fired him. According to the Sierra Vista Herald, McIntyre was hospitalized the morning a high-profile trial was set to begin. Days later, Zucco terminated him. He was out as chief criminal deputy county attorney. The full story of Brian McIntyre is a story about second chances, and third chances, and fourth chances. A county attorney caught driving with a blood alcohol level 2.5 times the legal limit. A state bar that refused to meaningfully discipline him. A successor who hired him back into a position of power. And a community left wondering how many chances one man gets before accountability finally catches up. If you think prosecutors should be held to the same standard as the people they prosecute, hit subscribe. And look for our group on Facebook and help build the community.